So Duncan, we're here this evening in this lovely venue, welcoming so many of the leaders of the trade. And in that vein, let's talk a little bit about the relationship with the trade. For the travel agents, it's an emotional one. And for especially with Air Canada, because there's been some shifts before your time. But I would like you to address the relationship with the trade really as a business operation. The distribution channel is still very important to Air Canada. We see that from the numbers. So let's demystify that. Let's just talk about the business rationale.
Yeah, I don't think there's any mystery at all. Air Canada is dependent on a very healthy relationship with the travel trade. A large portion of our business comes from the travel trade. The reality is corporate customers transact through TMCs for the most part, and that's where we are heavily reliant on the travel trade. And so, we're going to constantly work and find ways to improve the relationship with every distribution partner that we have. The fact is that there are economics attached to it that have to make sense for everybody, Air Canada is continuously working at that. We are focused on cost, but at the end of the day, it's about margin, and we want to be profitable. We want to demonstrate that we can be consistently profitable, and the travel trade would be a big contributor to that.
Now, is your presence at Air Canada a shift in that relationship? Because obviously this evening is a very nice event and you're welcoming people into the fold.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think Air Canada has ever had an antagonistic relationship with the travel trade. I don't think that's true at all. I think that, we're here tonight to thank our partners for helping us deliver great results. And so they're a big part of that. And so we're going to engage with our travel trade partners much more frequently than we have in the past. And I truly think that a thank you goes a long way. And so, this isn't about a huge announcement. This really is thanks for supporting us through a great quarter. We've got Q4 and Q1 coming where we're going to ask for help to make sure that we are profitable and that we demonstrate consistent profitability that allows us to do things in our balance sheet and with our external partners that we just couldn't in a non-profitable environment.
Now, not that long ago, Air Canada and profit didn't necessarily go hand in hand. Yeah. So this is a huge, huge improvement, and congratulations.
Yeah.
So how do we account for that, and what is the future?
Well, listen, I'd love to take credit for the profit. It had nothing to do with me. They were well on their way long before I ever got here. It's a great organization with great leadership and great vision. And I think Kaylin has everybody really focused on what's important, which is making sure that we're as efficient as we can be in every part of the business, and also making sure that we're focused on driving positive margin to the organization. We have to return a profit, and we have to return capital to the investors of the organization. And to do that, we have to be as efficient as possible. So that's been the message from Kaylin.
And the Dreamliner will pave the way to be even more efficient.
You know what? It's a game changer. It is an absolutely beautiful aircraft to fly. We have a tremendous product into Asia. The 6th Freedom traffic out of the U.S. into Haneda is something that we're extremely pleased with the results. The guest experience on board that aircraft is something unique as well. So, we have 37 of them on order, and we think for Canada it'll allow us to service markets that we weren't able to service profitably before. And now with this aircraft, we're in a really great position to deliver a profitable route, and we're going to deliver a great guest experience, combined with the refleeting of the 737s as well. So we have a narrow body refleeting exercise as well as a wide body fleet renewal. Both will continue to drive profit to the organization.
The very last thing I want to touch on with you is the culture change at Air Canada, and that is of course a very, very difficult thing to do with an equity carrier such as this one that has a long history of being supported by the government. How is that accomplished, and what's the next stage of that?
I think again it goes back to Kaylin's view and the leadership's view that we're all in this together, and so we're creating a culture of opportunity, and so Kaylin's very focused on making sure that everyone is a stakeholder, that we have 27,000 brand evangelists really pushing the benefits of flying Air Canada. And it's not just about price, it's about the overall network, it's about the experience, it's about flying on the 787, it's about all of our international partners. And so that culture shift is an important part and will contribute to the success of Air Canada. And I can tell you from a relationship perspective, we're very focused on being very flexible, turning things around quickly with our partners, and being very proactive with the trade to help us grow our business and our collective business, not just Air Canada's, but also our partners.
Well, working more closely with the trade is, of course, music to our ears.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Duncan.
Thanks for having me.